guys had last night on chapter 25.
Last year I was a visiting assistant professor at Dickinson College in Pennsylvania, and this is my first job teaching at a university. In 2006 I started my graduate work at Clemson University in South Carolina, and I was working with Professor Dieter Hartmann, who's a specialist on gamma ray burst research. My research is in how we can use the light from the gamma ray burst to figure out what's going on in those very early galaxies that we can't normally see. A gamma ray burst is basically an exploding star, a really massive exploding star from the early universe. And when they explode, they're very briefly brighter than anything else in the sky. So it's our one chance to see the very early universe lit up. Now, if I want to see it with a telescope based on Earth, then I need to be able to see it in the optical part of the spectrum, the visible part of the spectrum. Now, that kind of light comes in around the same time as the gamma rays do, but the telescope only sees the gamma rays. So basically, it looks up at the sky and says, hey, I saw one over there. But it's not all that accurate. It said, well, it's over there somewhere, but we're not sure exactly. A lot of my work is observational, so I do have data coming in from telescopes, and I will go to telescopes at least once a year. But a lot of my work is also computational. I do a lot of simulations on the computer. I run models of how galaxies evolve and how stars evolve, what kind of elements that they end up producing, where do those elements end up, where do they get destroyed.
Of this wire. So basically this is a cylinder.
We're proposing a physics core concentration and a minor. It won't make it into next year's catalog, but we're hoping it will at least be an option. And then in the future, if we have enough interest, we want to start a physics major as well. We've proposed a lot of new classes we're going to start offering, especially starting next year. So we're hoping people will be interested in taking those.
She's very committed to her students. She's always open to office hours and let students come in all the time to see her. She takes in feedback from the students and incorporates it into her lectures all the time.
A lot of my research in astrophysics has been into really cool stuff that does connect a lot to the introductory physics classes, so I try to bring it in whenever possible. Usually students are a little bit more interested in the astrophysics version of things than the regular physics version of things, so wherever I can bring in something about black holes or exploding stars, people tend to get interested.
All right, now when we talked about how much current was flowing through things, what else?
I'm Adria Updike, an assistant professor of physics at Roger Williams University, and I started in fall of 2012.